What's going on, guys? Anarchy Racing. Just to do a little short video. I know I haven't posted one in a while, but we are actually going to get ready for the vintage kart race here in Saltillo. I have, Dad's old kart. It's a 1987 Emic, and it has the open motor on it. So the open motor, I had a friend message me on Facebook the other day asking me, what is an open motor? I've never heard of one of those. And it's pretty much run what you brung type of deal. You can pick any kind of motor you want and make as much horsepower as you can possibly think it could take without blowing up. But we don't really know how much horsepower this thing is pulling. But as you can see later on in the video, I actually get on the highway back here and take it down the road, hit a Y on the road and come back just to get one more last ride out of this open. But for the vintage race, it's all 2 cycles. So we will be running a Yamaha 100 on this kart. And I know in some of the previous videos you saw where we went to Barnesville for the Vintage Nationals, and we had that blue limited motor on it. Well, throughout the course of the season, I think I kind of hurt that motor, and eventually we'll send it off and have it redone to bring that horsepower back. But so we've got this vintage open here, we've got methanol here and the starter over there, and in all, I just love the way this kart feels. To be as old as it is, it actually, to me, kind of handles a heck of a lot better with a lot of horsepower. And I wish I was running the 135, but with the 135, you've got to really know how to adjust your carburetor throughout the turn, so you'll adjust it throughout the whole race. And I just don't have that kind of experience, but hopefully one day I will. And with these, 4cycle engines, you don't adjust the carburetor that much. You set it to where you think it's right on the stand or at home or whatever, and then you take it to the track and you run it. So with all this, we've got methanol still in the tank, so I'm hoping with the Yamaha 100 I can just run methanol and be fine. I hope I don't have to transfer to gas, because then I'll have to take the tank off, empty the methanol out, and run some gas through it. So throughout this video, you can see where I take it on to give it one last little hoorah, I guess you would say. I know I kind of have a couple of more things to do to the kart to make it even better, because I've just been running what Dad's setup was, and he really didn't have time to get it perfectly right. So hopefully we'll get all this stuff settled up. We're gonna have some fun, I know that, but we'll get everything done. I think I might actually put his steering wheel on. I know I said I probably wasn't gonna do that, because he never lost a race with that steering wheel on, and I know I'll never live up to that just with him, but that steering wheel actually kind of means something. So I think I might put it on. I'm still undecided yet. I'll probably end up talking myself out of it, but that's the goal for it right now. And so today we're going to take it over to Ricky Williams. He's been racing with Dad, for a long time over there at Saltillo, and he knows a lot about 2 cycles and everything. So he's going to get me lined up with it. He's either going to let me borrow the motor and give it back to him after the vintage race, or I can possibly make a trade with him for one of my limiteds, because I've got 3 of them, and there's no really sense in me having all 3. I think 2 is just fine with the open, and then I'll have that Yamaha to run the vintage kart with. And depending on how I run in the vintage, if I really like the Yamaha and if I really get adjusted to it and how I like it, I think I might end up buying another kart eventually to to run just the Yamaha. That way I can run 206 and Yamaha anywhere I go. That's kind of the two main engines that we run. Or as actually the whole United States pretty much run just the Yamaha and the 206, but I know our main focus is the 206. We actually had a race scheduled for one of the past weekends, and I didn't get to go to it. I was actually working at the time, so I'm sorry that I missed it, but it's okay. Work kind of calls whenever they want to call, and I've got to be there. So it actually didn't end up being a race. I actually didn't have enough people to actually race, so they just actually practiced. I'm saying actually a lot, but oh well. I'm still getting used to this YouTube thing, talking into a camera, but we'll get used to it eventually, and sometimes I'll end up talking to you at the race to get everything figured out. But no, this is the last hoorah for the Open. I'm actually going to go to Ricky's and drop it off there, and if I've got time either Monday or Tuesday when I'm off work, I'll go over there and redo it and get it all cleaned up and put the Yamaha on it and get it ready to roll. The Vintage National, or the Vintage Classic, I guess at Saltillo, runs Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which is the first weekend of September. I can't remember the exact dates. I think it's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But they run Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday is just practice. Friday is qualifying and heat races, and then Saturday is the main event. So we'll get to make qualifying and we'll get to make qualifying and the heat races on Friday, and we'll make the race on Saturday. So I think in all it's going to work out. I'm really hoping that the rain holds off and we don't have any kind of hiccups, and we'll get to run it, because I'm dying to get back in the seat. I know with work we'll miss all of September's races. I actually have a wedding that I'm in, so I'll get to miss the last race of August. But in October we'll make every race, so which will be a good thing. We'll end off with actually getting a race for the year, and we'll end up having some fun. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna try to do better at filming and getting this glorious 1987 Emmick back to the right stage to where it's ready to race. I know that we're gonna have some fun, make some adjustments. Well, if you saw it, that was a nice pickup truck, and it sounds good to me. Loud, but it sounds good. But back to the racing. We are going to get everything set up, drop it off there Monday or Tuesday. I'll get to filming for this channel, and y'all hang tight. Y'all hang in there.